Hello, everybody. This is your favorite monarch. Welcome to a game called KeeperRL. Basically, this whole game is about being a kind of dungeon master. You recruit monsters and you go raid villages and stuff. So I'm gonna become a wizard. Well, yeah, I'll be wizard. Start a new game. Home map biome desert name. Let's do a grassland. So we'll do a grassland. We got elves, dryads, a cottage, zombies, and other random things. So those are the enemies in the location. They're not enemies, but the people will be able to raid around us. In a way, this kind of has like RTS kind of vibes. And immediately, some people might think of Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld. So we're going to start off with a tunnel into the mountain and then a whole bunch of wood collection. In the bottom left here, you can already see that we're getting goblin warriors trying to come in. We got a goblin artificer. So these imp guys, they do all of the resource collection for us. We don't have a whole lot that we can do currently until we actually get a little place for us dug out. Let's see, we'll have a bedroom carved out over here, I think. Looks like there's nothing. Oh, no, there is stuff here. So, there's only a couple of things that give actual resources. One of those things is granite. All of the stuff down here is pretty much the only things that we'll ever actually get as like items that we'll find. Get some beds placed. We'll do some training dummies down here. Down here, we're going to turn into our workshop. Ooh. So he's got 2 permanent traits. A majority of the time, they're good traits. I did figure out the hard way, though, that you should never accept someone with the insane trait, because immediately he killed like my entire workshop worth of goblins. We do want to have a library for our dungeon keeper here, just so he's able to train his skills. Another goblin warrior, awesome. Put this here. Equipment storage. And then, oh, goblin artificer's gone. Okay, next time the goblin artificer pops up, we'll call him. Oh, wow, there's a lot of resources up here. There we go. Wolf Companion. Okay, that's the first time I've even seen that perk. Goblin Wizard. Awesome. So already we've kind of got an army building up. Something nice about Goblin Warriors is that they do have the ability to make or to produce stuff. So while we don't have a artificer, we can still queue up a bunch of resources for, yeah, we can still queue up a bunch of stuff for these guys to make. And then we do need to make some torches in here so that they can see better. Okay, there's the wolf. So if we look at our map right now, there is 2 surprises. These can be either good or bad surprises. So we're gonna just send our whole army into them to figure it out. So this iron is gonna be really important so that we can get, yeah, so we can make the iron dummy and the like fine beds and such. Because the higher level or higher tier of these that you get, the higher these guys can train their skills. Like I think 3 is the max on a wooden one. Let's see. Yeah, so we would need to get a iron bookcase for them to be able to train higher than 3. I'm just gonna hide all my stuff outside. I don't think there's any kind of problem with doing that. Like I haven't been robbed or anything, so there you go. That'll give the artificers something to do for a while. But I would like to get my next couple beds real quick. We do have iron. We don't have iron working though. So I think now is the time for us to actually attack people. So we pretty much never want to have our actual dungeon keeper in any parties, which is this guy here. They should pretty much only ever be within the walls of our area. Now, I don't really care a whole lot about these guys. So we're going to actually go ahead and, well, we'll wait for daytime. And then we'll go clear out these surprise areas. We can have one more minion. So we're going to get this Goblin Warrior real quick. We'll wait for daytime, and then we'll have them all team up. Yeah, this guy, while the plus 13 damage from Insane is awesome, the problem is Insane traded characters seem to have the tendency of just attacking literally everyone around them, which isn't exactly something you want to do. But I have one set of guards inside or up here. We're also going to put down some of these eyeballs, which are really helpful. I haven't used the portal before. I don't know how useful it is. It probably is for once you get like the larger size dungeons, but currently I have not been doing that yet, so we are going to keep going downwards because there is stuff like the giant tree shroom, which is one of the other ways that we can get some wood. I haven't, I'm not too sure if we're able to actually like grow trees, but this has been like the way that I've been getting all of my wood in my previous runs is just going straight down. It is daytime, so we're going to go ahead and make sure everyone is part of the group. You have 7 minions. Let's say Muzgog is the leader. And so now that we're in this mode, this is commander mode. And this is when the game kind of turns into more of the strategy style. So we don't have any melee weapons, but we do have 2 wizards. Dude, normally I don't do the bandits immediately. Tribe of Bandits is destroyed. So, rest in peace, the wolf. Hopefully that guy respawns or something. Normally there isn't anything inside the bandit camp, but we did kill like 9 bandits and we took all their stuff. Okay, it looks like the guy's wolf does just respawn, so that's good to know. I have no idea what's going on over here, but the woman died. I'm not sure why that goblin is hostile either. I haven't seen hostile goblins before. Oh, he must have been charmed or something. So now that we killed a bunch of, or a surprise den, we gained a bunch of Keeper XP, which is how we do our research. So every level up, we are allowed to choose one item for research. Normally, I like to go with ironworking first. So we're gonna do that, and then I think we're gonna take chicken breeding after that, so that we can increase our population. So there is, like you see down here, the 10 by 10, or the 10 out of 10. That is limited by a few things. One of them is the like chicken coop and stuff. If we go, where is it? Farming. So if we go here, you can see in the bottom right, increases population by 25 or 0.25 up to 4, but we don't have the technology for it. So we're going to go for that next, And then now that we also have the iron dummy, we're going to, or the iron working, we're actually going to get, now we need advanced sorcery for the bookcases. So we're just going to stick with iron dummies for now. So we'll put them right here. Or, no, we're going to actually expand up here. And we'll turn this into more training room and a like second barracks. So now that all of our army is done, we're going to go ahead, go over to Musgog again. And you can see they also get a bonus attribute. So he was able to kill the bandit tribe leader, which gave him Bandit Slayer. And normally, what those do is they'll just straight up increase the power of that guy, or of that dude. We're going to actually come down here, where the village is, and we're going to clear this place out. Bash down the iron door. A little bit of gold. There's actually like there's like no guys around here. Okay, here's one. Normally there's a couple more. Tribe with humans is destroyed. And we didn't lose like a single person for that. There was only like 2 people unless the goblins earlier cleared it out, which is what I'm thinking might have happened. But I don't think that wasn't enough progress for that. So Goblin Shaman, and he's resistant to magic. That's crazy. Something we're able to do is we can place down stone statues, and that will count towards our population. You can get up to 4 by having stone statues placed. So I'm actually going to place them. I'll prioritize up here. Goblin Shaman. Alright. This guy is like actually kind of overpowered. So what he's able to do is if we wait for a minute, he summons Spirit, which they're vulnerable to magic, but they're always, like, he always has a couple of them. I believe he can level up his magic, and the max amount of spirits that he can have will increase. But you can see he has 4 right now. I believe the stats for them are always the same. It's just like the kind of spirit is different. So like these guys mining out a bunch of granite is going to be really handy for us to finish getting those statues so that we can increase our army size. Yeah, see, so the shaman leveled up his magic, or yeah, his spell damage training, and now he has 4 of them. One of my guys, get this real quick. I really want to get that wizard, so my guess is that they're all probably down here. Yeah. Oh, hey. You know, that's fine with me. So the eyes that I placed down earlier, the whole goal for those is that they actually let us see things that are roaming around outside of our base. So normally, the only things that we would be able to see are things that are directly in view of one of our minions. Activities, I'm going to remove these guys' ability to craft because it seems like they're always wasting their time doing that. It looks like they got enough stone to finish making the statues, so I'm going to want to have them finish that real quick. Oh, a harpy. Permanent trait, slowed. That's not exactly a good permanent trait. Harpies, though, are pretty neat. Can see in the dark. That's actually pretty nice. We don't have space for it, though. So, alright. So we do have a decent-sized army now. Now would be the time, I think, that we can actually go out and raid a village. So I'm going to go ahead, take control of the shaman. He's just like the safest character to play as leader because you could just kind of wait behind everyone. And we'll just go. We'll go to one of these shops because these almost always are like a safe bet for the murder. Oh, hey, trading is now available. You sure we can't like murder him? Okay. So I smacked him. He's dead. Take all of his loot. Okay, we'll swap real quick. Bam, bam, bam. So that's everything in there. Normally there is more than... Oh, okay. So it looks like because this was just a shop tile, there isn't actually anything that useful there. Besides the shop, who we just slaughtered, so... Oh well. So we can do control, or end control, and we don't even need to walk back here most of the time. We could literally just end control where we were on the map, and then come over here immediately. So, archery and advanced sorcery wouldn't be that bad, but I do want to go for chicken breeding because, like I said, we should be able to... Yeah, that should be right. Using an animal then. So, next we would just hit them with this. Alright, so now we can actually make these. Requires skill level forged 1, which artificers should already have some of that. Yeah, they have 30, so they should be fine. We'll make a couple swords. We'll make a couple of everything else. Gloves we can actually make the most of. That should be enough of each. So now we've got 4 more. We'll go ahead, get those guys. We can afford another imp right now, though. I don't actually think that's that necessary. It would be worth it, but for the time being, we could have also gotten another artificer, but generally, I don't think they would have been that helpful either. So we'll put the harpy in the party, put the extra goblin priest in the party. I think what we should do, well, it's nighttime, so we're going to let the night pass. Because, again, we only see what our character sees during that mode. I don't understand why NPCs, especially those kind, or especially like these AI type avoid melee ones, love picking up melee weapons. I don't understand it. And the fact that I can't restrict melee weapons is really annoying. Like Goblin Wizard, you don't need that sword. You don't need the sword. Let's get another raid party up in here. Oh yeah, we have a decent sized army now. We should be able to actually go into one of the more dangerous spots. So generally a good rule to use is go off of how much experience you'll get from it. So like 6 experience, probably a scarier area. 3 experience, okay. Dryads are kind of scary. So are elves. Elves are like real bad. Normally these guys, they like to these guys are able to see through trees, which is our biggest weakness. They will just shoot us through the tree and we'll die. Dryads, I think, have a similar thing. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and we're going to go check out this witch that's in the corner. Now, I am playing a really weak character. So having them be the front line to, like, check in on stuff probably isn't the best. Oh, she's dead. Okay, then. I'll just press end control. She was not strong enough for it to be considered a actual achievement, sadly, but that's okay. That's really funny. just an army of chickens. They're also flying. I'm not sure what's up with that. So we're halfway through the night. Let's go ahead and control our shaman again. This time, let's go ahead and go for this unknown minor villain. Let's see. Where's the surprise? We're gonna swap to the harpy. Ah. I have no idea what's going on in there, but it is none of my concern. It's just random fireballs and stuff. Um, let's go kill these ants. Ants, if I remember right, weren't exactly that bad. I do only have a couple hours of experience on this game, but it's been a pretty fun game so far from the bit that I have played. Okay, there's ants in there. Normally, these lesser villain maps have two sets of guys. So we're gonna go around and kill the not boss or the not enemy yet. Damn, the harpy came over here and just like murdered him. You picked up 5 iron. You're going to regret that. Oh, it's a dwarf. There's dwarves here. That's why. The tribe of Grodren, the dwarf, is defeated. So now the only survivors in here are dead. They're all dead now. I did not mean to pick up the corpse. The row. Yeah, I no longer regret the actions I've done. This is a reference to the fact that they're all dead. Alright, that's all of the loot that's in here, I believe, unless there's a chest. There is. 7 gold pieces. Awesome. Alright, there is more loot on these corpses. Okay, I think that's everything. Now we're gonna go and kill... There's actually another map, I think. Oh, okay. Tribe of Kobolds is destroyed. There's a random kobold, I guess, and he's dead. Well, you kind of see that our whole job pretty much is to just, as leader, run around and not die. I don't know what it is with dwarves or with these races and always teaming up with giant ants. There's also just like no gold here. Giant ants just don't have any loot ever for some reason. But I think that's everything on this map looted. Yeah. Alrighty. And control mode, we killed a whole lot of random creatures. So there were just random kobolds. They were just getting sniped by my wizards, I guess. We do now have... I think pig breeding would be next. So we can get an even larger army. And we could also do cow breeding. Up to 8. Increases population by 1. Up to 16. Okay, yeah, we'll do cow breeding. We'll dig out that whole area and we'll put the cows in there. Or not the cows, the pigs. Probably dig out another area for the cows. But that should, like, effectively double our max population. And I think at that point, buying that extra imp will actually be handy. Down here, we can see that the goblins shaman, he's survived long enough and has gotten enough titles to actually be able to get promoted. He has Dwarf Slayer and Ant Queen Slayer and 13 kills, which we could see who they were all kills of. So all he's asking for is a more luxurious quarters to achieve his full potential, which just means that we actually have to, which it means we just need to give him an actual bedroom of his own, which we can do up here. Have him prioritize this real quick. I don't actually know what all these imps are doing. So yeah. I've only got 2. It looks like some of them are mining up here, and some of them are mining just down. So yeah, we'll hire an extra imp. Imps are pretty much immortal. At least as long as they're not caught by any random creatures. So as long as they don't go too far out up here, then they're fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give them a fine bed. I believe the luxurious room has to be like 3 or something. So we'll give them a luxurious bed, full stone floor. Give them a water fountain too, why not? So the whole room can be a private quarters for, I'm like genuinely unsure why I'm not allowed to give the guy this room. Give the dungeon keeper it though for the time being. Anyways, I think that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed the game so far, I might do more content on it. I do really enjoy it, so I'll probably continue playing, not on this save, but yeah, in general, maybe stock up some knowledge. But if you guys like the video, like it, and if you like me, subscribe. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.